Now then guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of this Leicester City career mode here on FIFA 22, and today we're in January and we're going to sign some players, and a good point was made. As Kasper Schmeichel keeps getting lower and lower in overall rating, maybe we should pick our goalkeeper up now. So I've added some to the list. This is what we've got at the moment, and we have to choose between one of these. There were some great suggestions, of course. I am scouting Van der Vroot and Ramsdale, probably saying Van der Vroot's or Van der Vroort's name wrong, but that's what we do here on the channel. We've got Lafont as well as Ramsdale, Jan Sommer and Nick Pope. Now, Nick Pope and Jan Sommer are on the older end of the scale, but if we're being honest, say this only goes on for 1 or 2 more seasons, either of these would be okay, but I think Jan Sommer is just a little bit too old for us. So Nick Pope is definitely still on the cards because he'd only be 33 by the time we ended this series, and he shouldn't really go down much if we're playing him every single game. Usually that's the case. Ramsdale is going to be heavily dependent on how much he's going to cost, to be 100% honest with you. I'd prefer to go young, but we'll see how much Ramsdale's going to cost. We also want to potentially sign a cam today, and a good suggestion was play Sarr more up top, and I think we might do that. I think we might give him a couple of games up top in this episode and see how he gets on, and maybe not sign another striker, but I think in that cam position we definitely need a better backup than Loftus-Cheek at the moment. He's great to have on the bench, he's versatile, but he's just not quite good enough. We are going to kick off the episode though with the semi-final first leg against Everton. We've got some rotation going on here because after all it is the Carabao Cup, and I'm not 100% sure I want to win it, but I did mention in the last episode Everton are pretty good at football. They signed Jack Grealish, Donny van der Beek, Gundogan, Zakaria. Like, this team is ridiculously good. Everton have built a really good side here. They are playing Yorkiemann as right back because, for reasons, FIFA is FIFA. Let's see how we get on with this rotated side. I am bearing in mind that this is the potential final that we could have this season, and maybe the only final that we have this year, as the league is probably going to be prioritised over the FA Cup as we hit crunch time. So maybe this is the one where we win it. Lookman there taking the ball well early. Couldn't go beyond Yorkiemann. But yeah, this might be the competition that we can actually win this year. And it would mean that we just keep piling up trophies, which has been great for us so far. We've had the FA Cup. We haven't had the Carabao so far. And it would be decent to try and make our mark, because who knows what's going to happen in the Champions League. Drawing Atletico Madrid is going to be a difficult tie. Godfrey now piling down the wing for Everton. Oh, he's got options to aim it to. I've messed up there with Schenk. Oh, he pulls it back. Zakaria! Oh, he's rattled the crossbar. Nearly 1-0 Everton there. And that's the first attempt they've had, but let's not give them too many of those opportunities. I'm trying to get Yorkiemann in behind. It's not working for me. Now, Jamie Vardy saved us in this competition against Burnley, and he's got the start today. Hopefully, gifting him that opportunity will lead to a good performance. He's never let me down, has he, really, Jamie Vardy? So hopefully, same scenario today. Great worked ball there to Yorkiemann. He's doing good on the overlap, isn't he, Yeri? Godfrey now. It's kind of been all Everton so far. We can't seem to find our rhythm, even when we're winning the ball back. I'm not really getting clear with it at all. Yorkiemann. Zakaria. This is lovely stuff. Townsend, what a save from Schmeichel. Got to do better. What can they create from the corner? Hopefully a whole load of absolutely nothing. That was dangerous. That was super dangerous. Yorkiemann now. Can't get the ball clear again. We're just finding ourselves stuck in the middle at the moment. And Zakaria should be making that 1-0. Everton will be kicking themselves. How is this still 0-0 at the moment? I got no idea. We are not looking like a good football team at the moment. But we look pretty trash. Serginho Dest. Grealish. Got a really good team. How have Everton masterminded this squad? That's what I want to know. And Yorkiemann's been absolutely cleaned out there off the ball. I hope we go through and score now, just to spite them. Jamie Vardy. What a pass that is. Jamie Vardy. He's never going to get this shot off. Lindelof closed him down perfectly. But that was such a spiteful sliding on Yorkiemann. He deserves a red ref. Look at this. Absolutely reckless. The ball was gone. And with that, we're going to have to bring off Yorkiemann. He's injured for Yeremy Pino. Pino will go on the right, Braff on the left. Now, I have lowered the injury sliders. I noticed that in recent episodes that we were getting just a few too many, and a few too many big ones. So I've lowered the severity as well. But unfortunately, in that case, you're always going to get an injury when Jack Grealish, who should not be on the pitch, by the way, right now, in my personal opinion, slides through like that. Absolutely ridiculous. But we might have an opportunity here. Braff piling forward. I just couldn't find the ball through. Didn't seem to have the pace that we need to have here. And slowly need to work our way into the game. Ricardo Pereira now will knock that one across to Yeremy Pino, but It wasn't a good ball. I think the fans deserve something a little bit more in this second half. Just anything from us. You know, Everton have had those opportunities. They've had a really good first half without the goal. We, non-existent. Don't really deserve to be in the tie-in. Sometimes you're going to have that when you rotate the team. And we're having that right now. No one's having a big impact at the moment. Donny throws there to Godfrey. Godfrey drives it in. And now they could be a little bit out of position. But I'm just wondering to myself why I don't have bodies upon bodies piling forward here. And I didn't. And then Justin is going to find Braff here. That's a great ball to Braff. Braff's going to have to go it alone. Oh, he's saved by Pickford. He didn't have any options there in the box. Well, Gundogan's come off. Tony Kroos. So, it's all right if you're an Everton fan. And Fofana nearly finds the back of the net. Back across. Tomori will make it 1-0. Jamie Vardy's ball back across the box into Tomori. I thought Fofana was going to score it, but we will make it 1-0. And it has definitely been against the run of play. You won't hear no complaints from me. Oh, Grealish plays a great ball into Rondon, and Schmeichel is absolutely saving us. Any worry of his rating affecting him is absolutely going out of the window here today in this match. Loftus-Cheek not really been involved so far. So Iheanacho is going to come on at Cam. And Rondon's coming off for Sims. So I think that might actually be a Real player as well. Ellis Sims rings a bell. But we'll see. We have this set piece. Can we score it? We've got a decent ball in. But when you're playing the ball in towards Jeremy Pino, who's 4'6", it's not the ideal scenario. Oh, this is a good play. Everton could get back into this right at the end of the game. Wesley Fofana, Sims! What a save again from Schmeichel. Bonnie van der Beek. Oh, this is a lovely play. Tony Cruz. Might be the moment. Andros Townsend across Sims, and it will be the moment. And they will equalise going into the second leg. And they thoroughly deserved it. We'll be walking away, wondering how we didn't concede more in this one. Everton will be wondering how they didn't score more. We will take 1-1 after the first leg, having to rotate the team. It's going to have to be the full strength 11 in the second, though. I mean, we weren't good enough. It becomes pretty blatant how bad we were when they've had 7 shots and 62% possession. Absolutely dominated. But we did fear the worst, and it's the right mindset to have it. Don Lookman out for 3 months. Arguably our best player this season. You could easily argue that. And we're going to miss him for 3 months now. Fofana transfer bid from Bayern Munich. Again, I want a lot more than that, though. I also am super reluctant to sell anyone in January. But if they pay 62, maybe we'd listen to it. I'm just going to walk away. Like I just think 42 is a bit insulting for a player of his caliber. I got an offer as well here for Ricardo Pereira from Lazio, but I'm just instantly going to reject that. It's not even close to the one that Barcelona came in with. It's far short. It's not even his value. We will, however, be pushing on to the next round of the FA Cup with a really good victory here against Rotherham. 4-0. Scarlett scoring, and Loftus-Cheek as well had a really good game in this one. Happy to see that the sim is doing him a little bit of justice. But at the end of the day, it was Rotherham, so I'm not going to get too excited about that result. For me personally now, it's time to make that transfer. It's time to make a move here in this window. And I am genuinely now slowly getting worried about what our situation is going to be there on the left wing with that injury. I'm going to see how much Riyad Mahrez has played, because I did always want to bring him back in this series at some point, even if it was for 1 or 2 seasons. Let's see how much he'd cost. He'd be 34.6 to 36.2. I want to see how much he's played, though, first. 13 games this season. He's played the most of all their right wingers. Wow, are they hoarding strikers? They've got a lot of strikers and a lot of right wingers as well. Marlos Moreno's not a bad player, and Kai grows really well. So I would say we probably can't justify signing him, considering he's started on the right wing more than anybody else. The top of the league as well at the moment, aren't they? I kind of want Zaniolo, but when I look at his price, I just think there is no way that we would pay just at anywhere in the realm of that fee for Zaniolo, not in this season. And with it being January, I don't feel like you should do too much business. So we're going to start rescouting Harry Wilson just because we know he had that unbelievable season. So I want to see how good he is. Kudos would cost me a lot less and is probably the more reasonable deal that we do now. I don't think Gibbs White's the right move. He's better in terms of like his athleticism, but he's very similar to Loftus-Cheek. And Elise could be a really good shout just for the fact that he could play right and left mid as well. So let's get the scout report back on Wilson. I want to see what they say. But Elise, I think, is probably the front runner now, knowing that Zaniolo is going to cost so much. Elise wouldn't cost anywhere near the same price and just covers a lot of bases. And you know, guys, we like players who can cover as many bases as possible. Transfer offer here for Borussia Dortmund for Schenk. Obviously, they know what kind of talent this guy is going to be. But we're definitely going to reject it. One, that's nowhere near what I'd want. And I really like Schenk. Nearly 70 rated at the age of 17. But it's Fulham next in the Premier League. And unfortunately, we lose 3-1. Just not a good performance from us by the looks of it. And the squad is getting thinner and thinner. Another injury to Gomez now, this time in the simulation. That's Lookman and Gomez both down in a couple of weeks of this month. We are really starting to struggle for personnel. I think this window I might have to make a good couple of signings now at this stage, but they did beat us 3-1. Vardy with a goal for us, but 3 goals for Fulham. They've got a good team, and I'm frustrated that we picked up that kind of result, but it shows where the squad's at. It shows where we're at as a team. We're a little bit too wafer thin at the moment and not good enough. The injury isn't to be as bad as feared, though. 5 days for Gomez, but again, another injury that we picked up, this time in the simulation, so not really much I can do about that. I don't know if the slider actually impacts the simulation in any way, shape, or form. Massive James Justin transfer here, and I might struggle to keep this team together here in January. I want a lot more than what they're offering. I'll always negotiate when it's a club the size of PSG. Who have got the money to throw around, but I want a lot more than that. Let's be talking more towards the 58 million mark. 46.4. I'm still not really happy with that. We're going to go up by 10 again and see if they'll meet me in any way, shape, or form. We'll go one more time to 52, which is roughly what I'd be happy. Anywhere above the 50 mark, I think is good. And they're going to pay it. So James Justin will be leaving the club. I can't turn down a big bid for a player from PSG. They won the Champions League last season. It'd be ridiculous for us to be able to hold on to him when they're paying that over his value as well. We now need a left back in this window, and we're starting to have some real problems because games are coming thick and fast, and we need a good few players now, actually. It's a good job that the bank balance is extremely healthy. It's about to get more healthy with the James Justin deal, but I don't actually have any left backs on the list. So I'm now going to go and look for left backs. Unfortunately, you can't get your guys' feedback because the window will end in this video, but we're now going to go and look for left backs, as well as potentially, in my mind now, I think we need to look for a left-sided midfielder, if I'm being honest with you. Maybe not someone who's outstanding. I don't want someone who's going to cost an absolute fortune, because when Lookman comes back, he's definitely playing for us. But we could certainly do with a left midfielder. So the FA Cup was upon us. We drew Middlesbrough, and this was a really good game from us. I've been complaining, haven't I, how we've been playing. But they did test us here early doors with this shot from Peters. Didn't take us long, though. 18 minutes in, and we break through with Braff down the left-hand side. He's looking really good, and Gomez makes it 1-0 at Leicester City, and that's his first goal for the club since joining on a freebie. It's always good to rotate and see your team play well, and especially the youngsters. Look at this hit from Scarlett. We weren't done there, though. Piling on the pressure, moving the ball really nice. Jeremy Pino there with a goal. And a bit of a special moment for a player that nearly went out on loan but rejected it, and maybe this is why. Jake Jordan with an absolute thunderbolt there. He catches this with so much power. What's crazy is how tall he is for a central midfielder, and he makes it, what, 4-0 at this point. A real funky own goal as well, this one. I feel for the goalkeeper. A good header for me and Nacho. He won't get to claim it. We brought him off the bench. I still don't know if I'm going to sell him or not in this window, or if we keep him around, but I mean, he came on and did well in this one, because he would round off the scoring for us and make it 6. We've got to remember, Middlesbrough is a championship side, so let's not get too excited. But it was just good to rotate the team and see the boys play so well. Braff was unbelievable in this match, so important to the way we played. There we go then, the deal is done. James Justin is leaving the club, but we get 48.5 million. I'm gutted, but again, if you're going to enjoy career mode, you can't just hoard players, and PSG came in there. Huge bid, had to let him go. Been here since the start. We haven't signed a single left back in this series because of having him and Thomas, but now we're going to need one. Some good news here as well for us is that James Ward-Prowse is ready to rejoin training sessions so we can start working on his match sharpness again, getting back in this squad, because even though we're strong at centre mid, we're starting to look a little bit weaker. I played Schengen and Curtis in that last game. Harry Wilson actually scored against me, and he's 80 rated, so I'm gonna go in with the price. We want goals at Cam. He's got 10 already this season, so I feel like this deal makes sense and is an affordable one. And we'll have 2 Welshmen there playing at Cam for us. Well, they want Brooks in exchange, and that's definitely not going to work for us. We're signing Wilson to be back up to Brooks. Let's go 26.8 million. Again, we're not really having to break the bank, which we've stuck with that philosophy the entire way through. I want to keep that here in January. I do say that before we've made a deal for a left back, which we might break the bank with. Well, not a bad deal at all here that we're agreeing with Harry Wilson. He's not going to be upset either because we're giving him rotation. Not a big wage either in reality. So, decent deal. He is, after all, a goal scorer. So, we've got our scout reports back. And to my shock surprise, Aaron Ramsdale's not really progressed. He doesn't look very good in the slightest. So, I think my decision is probably going to be Pope. I think a lot of people wanted to see us bring in Pope. I'd like to sign an English goalkeeper playing at Burnley in the league. So, I think that's the deal we're going to do for goalkeeper. I'm going with 18 million. They want Gomez. That's not going to happen either. Gomez is currently injured as well, I think, but that's not going to happen. We're going with, say, 19 mil. 19 million might be enough to rescue him. 21.9, again, decent deal. We're not spending big money here at Leicester. At least we're trying not to. And you might look at his age and say 31. He'll play every game for us. I don't think he'll go down whatsoever. In fact, he might go up just a little bit from playing every game with the dynamic potential. And we're only probably in this for another 2 seasons, let's say. So we're not going to get to a point where he starts going down in rating. So that's 2 through the door. Pope's contract wasn't a difficult one to negotiate. Now, the hunt for a left back is really what we're on. And I think we want another winger. Now, I did add Alexandro, just because I think for one season, Alexandro could be really good, especially for a team that's in the Champions League. He's got experience. He's still very good. I haven't decided if we go for him yet. We've got Spinazzola on this list as well, who I like, but at 30, I'm not sure that's the choice. And Wijndal, but I'm pretty sure we're going to sign him in maybe a different career mode and use him from very early on. So I'm not sure I want to make that deal either. So left back, we're going to leave it for now, for this game coming up, which will be Everton in the second semi-final of the Cup, in which we are neck and neck at the moment, but if it stays that way, I'm not too sure. I don't think this will be a kick clash. No, I don't think that'll be a kick clash. I think we'll get away with that. But this will be our starting 11. We got Sarr and Gomez on the wings, Brooks in behind Daka. Wilson is on the bench today. Whether we see him or not, I'm not sure. He's actually a little bit tired currently from playing midweek with Fulham. 100 career wins if we win today. So, milestone. Records being broken from Yorkie. Be the first time we've done that in a career mode this year. Well, one side's getting knocked out here, and I'm kind of hoping it's not us. In fact, I'm really hoping it's not us. I'd like to see a good performance. This time we've got the full-strength side out against Everton, which we definitely didn't last time we played them. And I fancy us a little bit here in this one, to be honest with you, with a full-strength get-up, sir. Oh, I thought I was going to get injured then. I fancy us a bit more with a full-strength team, if I'm being honest with you. Well, giving the ball away there to Sarr. Patson Daka now. Did really well to find his feet, but didn't do too well with the pass. But Gomez has picked it up lovely. Gomez now dinks that one over to Daka. Controls it. Fires off the shot. It's going to land to Sarr. He's blocked by Fabian Delph on the line. Keeping Everton here at 0-0. Well, that was the moment. That was lovely play. Daka maybe has to do a bit better. Again, I mean, he's having a more realistic season in terms of goal scoring record. You know, the other 2 years were super exciting, but they weren't necessarily realistic. I would say the sliders are at the best spot they've been in for us. No update recently has ruined them. Oh my God. Can you get more unlucky? Sionchu deflects it into the back of his own net. And I couldn't change onto the player I wanted to there, by the way. That's why we stood off Bonnie, but that is a terrible deflection after we nearly took the lead. I'm trying to swap to a centre-back here for ages, and it wouldn't let me in. I think Schmeichel's probably got that covered. I genuinely think Schmeichel's got this covered if Sionchu doesn't handball it into the back of his own net. We've got a mountain to climb. It's not a big one at the moment, but their first attack has led to a goal. It didn't work that way out last time we played them, but I just can't help but be a bit frustrated with whatever Sionchu's trying to do there. It wasn't the right idea. We'll off that one over. Daka's got it. Oh my God, it's saved again. Brooks now from distance, and Brooks will fire us back neck and neck. What a finish. I'm happy with that. I mean, Daka again has to put that in the back of the net. It's a beautiful ball over, but he's gone for the Megs. Is what he's gone for there, but thank God Brook hits it home. We might be on for a really good game here. We've had a few poor matches in recent episodes, but this one seems like it could be a banger. Sanchez now. Oh my God. Renato Sanchez. Sarr now. He needs to get ahead of his man. This is the problem. Sarr does eventually, and Patson Daka will tap it home. That's all on Renato Sanchez's pass, though. Let's be honest. All on that man's pass. And we make it 2-1. Renato Sanchez once again showing how good he is. And Daka will be happy to get a tap in. Just a goal for Patson. He'll be happy with it. I don't think away goals is a thing in this competition. In fact, I'm positive it's not a thing. So that really doesn't matter that we're the away side today, I don't think. We would instantly go to penalties as well. I don't think there's any extra time. So we could do with more going into the second half. Thomas there. Down Brooks. Oh, that's lovely. Sanchez for the finish, and there we go. I paused out of nerves whether that was going to hit the back of the net, but that will be it. Done and dusted. Shot. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Okay. We're done and dusted here now, surely. What a layoff by Daka. Wide open. You're not saving that, Pickford. Having a pretty good day of it today, isn't he, Sanchez? We're going to have a corner. Let's make a sub. They're going to make one first. What change are they making? The Corey coming on for Gabamin. Well, for the first time, we're going to see Harry Wilson. I'm also going to bring off Sanchez. We've got Chelsea coming up, and he's been unbelievable in this game. He's done his job. We're 3-1 up. We've got a 2-goal advantage. And Curtis was really good when we played him, I believe. So we will bring him on. And I'm intrigued to see how Wilson gets on as well, to be fair. Really now. Sorry, Jordan, not Curtis. We've stolen this here. Thomas. Plays it centrally to Daka. Daka's ball does find Sarr, but he's offside. Jordan wins that battle from Fabian Delph. I'm just so impressed with how good he is. Like, for a youngster, him and Shen could easily be the centre-mid partnership of the future. That's a lovely dink ball by Wilson. How well weighted is that ball to Patson Daka? What has happened to Daka this season? Can the Real Patson Daka come back, please? That was unbelievable from Wilson. And then unbelievable again from Gomez. Wilson's going to ping the ball out again now. Ricardo this time will dink it over. Can't get anyone on the ball. But what has happened to Patson Daka? He was just Mr. Perfect last season. His touch there was just awful. We could be absolutely clear in this match. Well worked, Wilson. We're going to go into Patson Daka again. And this time, will he find the back of the net? He doesn't. He just can't score. There's something wrong. Oh, they've lost the ball again now. What a ball over that is. And Gomez will finish it when being put through in that position. And that is game over now. Surely there is no comeback for Everton. I have to give Jordan some props here. This ball over is absolutely stunning. And the finish from Gomez, superb. Made sure to get it on his left foot, his strong foot. And then he fired it home. Very good result, that. And we'll see. We're going to end up in the final in the Carabao Cup. But we're at another final. And the team played really, really well there. It was not a great first half. But the second half, we just hit form. We caught fire. And really impressed with Gomez, who needs to step up. He really needs to step up with Lookman being out. We will await the result between Manchester City and Liverpool, but Man City are up in that, and we've had some unbelievable games against them. And I'd like some revenge as well. They beat us recently. Loftus-Cheek offer here, and to be honest with you, I see no reason to let him go. He is the ideal backup because he can play right and he can play calm, and don't get me wrong, he's not a starter, never will be a starter at the club. But you need players like that. You need really good backup players, and he's decent. He's physical as well. And I can't remember him getting injured once, which is huge. Now, the final has been drawn. We're currently third in the league as well. And the final will be against Man City in the next episode. What a huge game that's going to be. We've got another offer here for Fofana. It's from Atletico. It's not going to be what we want. We can't negotiate. For whatever reason, teams won't pay what we want for him. So Fofana will be staying. Plus, we've made one big sale. And usually I say to myself, especially in January, if we've made one big sale, we don't need to make any more. Can't decide on the left-back situation. So what I'm going to do is I am going to sign Alexandro. And then next season, you guys can give me left-backs that you think we should sign. And we'll probably bring another one in next season because Alexandro costs 33. But I think for the rest of this year, this could be a really good deal. His experience, he's very talented. He'll definitely get the game time. We're going to bring in Alexandro for the rest of this season. Whether he does anything next season, who knows? But the whole point is just to have him for this year. It's a 2-year contract, which I'm more than happy to do. A really talented player and not even a ridiculous wage either, taking a huge pay cut from what I imagine he was earning at Juve. Welcome to the club, Alexandro. Barring anything crazy, I think that's probably us done now in the window. We did do the Chelsea game recently, but we're going to do it again here. And it looks like we're going to have to rotate a little bit. Jamie Vardy's going to start. I'm going to give Callum Wilson his first start. And Didi Sanchez, we've got a little bit of a break after this. Alexandro is going to get his first game as well as bringing Molina in. And then we'll go for Fana and Tomori in the back. Let's see how Alexandro gets on in this one today then, eh? Let's see how he gets on. Chelsea did cause me a few nightmares last time we played them. They're not an easy team to deal with, let's be honest. They're really not. So hopefully at home, though, we can do a job. And we're in third place, neck and neck on points with Liverpool. So I can't really complain at where we're at the moment. Also see how Harry Wilson gets on today. He looked really good when we brought him on, didn't he? He looked really good when I brought him on. And I'm hoping for a similar outcome in this one. Well, I spot Gomez there making a bit of a run, but Sanchez not threading a pass like he has done in the last match there and being caught out, and us being caught out by Chelsea here. Hopefully it leads to nothing, but Ziyech there getting that ball through to Timo Werner. Oh, what a save, Schmeichel. He's been so special as Casper. Absolutely so special. Gutted he's retiring. Oh, that's nice from Tomori. Absolutely gutted he's retiring, but completely understand it. Now, Molina has got some legs. Well, of course he's got some legs. You know, he plays football. But that is a wonderful ball to Wilson, who just couldn't take it away from James. Oh, that was nearly really bad from Mendy, but Gomez can't keep it in. Gomez now. So just knock that one over to Jamie Vardy, who's done brilliantly to find Yeremy Pino. Straight through Yeremy Pino, and it'll be 1-0 Leicester. What a goal that is, and what a ball on from Jamie Vardy. That weren't bad, were it? That just wasn't bad. Yeremy Pino took that beautifully as well. There were a lot of players there trying to get back to him. Got to remember, again, Chelsea not having a good season. So maybe we could pip a couple of players from Chelsea next year, because the season they're having is really poor. Well, in Sandro. It's been really poor, so they're in 11th at the moment. It's the kind of season they had, I think. Was it with Conte? Did they have that with Conte before he went? Or it might have been Mourinho before he went. That kind of season is what Chelsea are having at the moment. Well, in Sanchez finds Wilson. Wilson's pretty good at football. Oh, Ben Chilwell. Get you sent off, lad. What are we doing here, ref? How's that not even a bookable offence? Indeed, he did well there to win that back. Oh, Jamie Vardy didn't do Wilson any favours, did he? But Wilson will do us a big favour there with this ball out to Alexandro. Look at that for pace. Alexandro whips it across. Sanchez is coming in. Stefano Sensi, maybe? I don't know which one it is. It could be the one from Feyenoord, but he just saved Chelsea from conceding a second. There's Jamie Vardy. They're going in hard on Jamie Vardy here, aren't they? Like, come on, lads. He finally blocks Chilwell. You know what I mean? Like, Ben Chilwell, what are we doing? Now, if Leicester fans didn't absolutely hate Chilwell, we might even contemplate bringing him back in. But I'm pretty sure Leicester fans hate him. So, we won't. We won't bother with that one. I thought that was a good knock-on over, but it wasn't. It's only the one goal, which means Chelsea have got all the opportunities here in this second half to get themselves right back into this game. Kante there. That's a good ball over. Tomori meets it, but he lands to Chilwell, and what a save from Schmeichel. I don't know how many times I've said that during this series. What a save from Schmeichel. But once more, he's not hurting me whatsoever. I'm hoping they can create something here. That's not a bad ball in to Llorente. Oh, Fernando Llorente is that from Leeds, yep. And he just heads it wide. Werner loses out there. Wilson's going to pump that one out wide. Yeremy Pino's going to pump that one over. And Jamie Vardy's done brilliantly. Jamie Vardy! Oh, Mendy with a save. Always rolling back the years there with Vardy. I genuinely thought we were rolling back the years. Beautiful take. And he hit it well. We'll get double sub working it. We're going to bring on Braff. And we're going to bring on Sheng. Gomez will come off. And let's see what we could do here. We've done well here in this game. And I'd just like another one just to kind of cap it off. Chelsea free kick. Dinked over. Tomori has been just a wonderful signing, hasn't he? Indeed, now so clever. He's so clever to make sure that he's got more players linking up with the play, like Yeremy Pino here, who doesn't have much to aim for. He ends up going for Sheng, who finds Vardy. What a pass that is from Sheng. And I think Jamie Vardy was onside as well. That was an unbelievable pass from Sheng, that. Absolutely superb. Honestly, cannot applaud this enough. Look at this. Boom, boom. Oh my God. Vardy just needed to guide that into the back of the net once Sheng passes it to him. That's it. Just guide it in. Yeremy Pino. Start to Wilson. Oh my God. That's a beautiful ball from Wilson to Braff. And they were very much fixated on Jamie Vardy. Well in Braff. Oh, that's lovely. Wilson is going to get his first goal for the club. And Chelsea have pushed as many bodies forward as humanly possible. But that man, Harry Wilson, will score his 11th of the season now. Only his first for us. And we wanted more goals from the cam position. He does get in behind. Look at that. He busts a gut to get that. Great play from Braff. Braff is growing on me so much, you know. Like, when we first signed him, I was really happy. And then he went out on loan, and no one seemed too hyped about him. But he's really impressing now. Really impressing now. I'm very surprised, but with the way we've been playing, we've kind of hit a bit of form. I'm really happy with that result here against Chelsea. They're not good this year. And you could tell why they're not good in that game. What a result. And no Thomas Tuchel in the game. So we just got generic Steve there. But what a performance from the lads. Really, what a performance. Again, maybe we try and take a few players from Chelsea next season. I think it makes sense, right? You've got to look at where they are in the league at the moment. Maybe that's one of the teams we look to and try and take a few players. Renato Sanchez offer here now from Milan. It's a horrendous offer. Nowhere near worth what we value him at. And I don't think we'll sell anyone now anyway. Unless it was a ridiculous bid. I'm kind of happy with the sale that we had. And the players we brought in. I think this has been a good window for us. You know, Harry Wilson coming in, already scoring. I know you guys might be like, it's Harry Wilson. He's only 80 rated. Why did you sign him? We signed him judging on how well he's done in the league and that we wanted a cam that can score goals. He's already got one for us, which is exactly what we brought him in for. Nick Pope going to be the goalkeeper for us. Number 1 next season. Of course, not at the moment because Schmeichel is a god. We saw that again in this episode. And then one of the better freebies that we'll probably do in Alexandro, bringing that bit of experience. Great left back, can play left mid if needed as well. A little bit versatile. We got him here for 2 years, but we will sign a new left back next season, where I imagine we will spend a little bit more ridiculously next season, potentially in a couple of positions. I think striker's going to have to be something we talk about at some point, guys, because he's not doing the same business this year, is he, Daka, that he did in previous seasons. That's going to be it for this transfer window episode. We've got a big month coming up, and we just seem to be playing Everton a lot at the moment, don't we? We play Everton a lot. We're going to play them twice in the next episode, but I'm not going to play them. I think we played Everton enough now to last a lifetime. We're going to try and squeeze both legs of the Champions League as we start to come towards the crunch end of the season. But I just want to say thank you very much for the support so far on the series, guys. I'm trying to get these out as consistently as possible. And of course, YouTube is my main focus at the moment over this festive period. I hope you're all having a great month of December. If you are new around here and you haven't subscribed already, please consider just chucking me a cheeky subscribe as we keep to continuously grow on the channel and produce more and more content for you guys. There is a Patreon down below if you want to go and support it. It's completely up to you. There are no special treatments for anyone who does support me that way. It's just an option for you guys to support me that little bit further. I will see you in the next one. Take care.